That is kind of fucked up, yeah. That's certainly something. Hi. Well. I mean, you were right, I guess. I mean, it's not that fucked up. It's just kind of like, Oh, wait, I read the name. Wow, I hate that name. Why is there an emote called that? What the fuck? It's definitely interesting, I guess. No, stop it, you're banned. Wow. But, hey, wasari. Still waiting on, Finn to show up. I'm not sure where he is. But we'll sort that out in a second. So turn that down a little bit just in case. Because even if we have to just wait a little bit longer, that actually works for me because, oof, it has been a time out. Yeah. And it's really hard for me to, like, make any expression with my face because I have a, one of those pore strips on my face. So I had to, like, set up my audio and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Fuck, I have to start. I still have this thing on my face. God damn it. Yeah. So, it hurts. Yeah, so hi. What I can show you though is this. Oh no, yeah, this. The stream's ending. Bye. No, no, I'm kidding. Is this? I have a little thing that will cycle through the characters. And tell you a little bit of their stats and stuff. And yeah, so hopefully it's up there as a test for a little bit, so please let me know if it's hard to read. If you're on phone, yeah, it's gonna be hard to read. That's just kind of how it is. But yeah, I've been fiddling around with a couple of different designs for it, and I thought, hey, I like making making little icons, so let's do that. Also in the works is a new overlay, which will be the new background specifically for D&D. So I am really looking forward to that. It will be a little bit in the baking because people got lives. Ow, this is really painful. My entire face. Okay, cool. Oh, fucking hell. That really hurt. Okay, so never leave those on for that long. Ow, my eyes water. Anyway, yeah, so the peeps are level 3 now, which is really cool. Emelia's gone rogue. Yeah. Fucking hell. I swear I'm a lot more conscious than this, I think, I don't know, but we'll find out soon. What I didn't do was sign into the Tiltify and get that up and running. So, as you can see at the top there, the charity is still going. We are still raising money for the... Oh my god, sorry, it really threw me off. We are still raising money for the Mental Health Foundation of New Zealand. And that'll be for the next 3 months. So for April, May and June, gonna be doing the D&Ds and the gaming. if you missed Wednesday, we started playing The Wolf Among Us, and that was really fun. Yeah. And then Saturdays we have this game. But yeah, so just a quick little bit about the Mental Health Foundation. Is they are a charity that works towards creating a society free from discrimination, where all people enjoy positive mental health and well-being. We work to influence individuals, whānau, organisations and communities to improve and sustain mental health and reach their full potential. For more information, please visit the link I just dropped in chat. They have a lot of really good stats and things like that. I'm still working with them to see which stuff I should be saying, because I would hate to give the wrong information and things like that. But mental health is very important. It is very important to take care of yourself as well as your mental state. Turn that down a little bit more. The D&D music decided to bump up. But yeah, so that is a thing that exists. Yeah, so I'm actually not sure what's happening with the Finn boy. So, what I'm gonna do is I will be right back. Just gonna give him a call. So give me a second and listen to this lovely music. And while you're chilling out, check out the charity run or share it or something like that. Yeah, so give me a sec. Okay, hi. So Finn is on his way. So what I will do in the meantime is make sure I track the right one up and jump into chat. Hey guys. So, oh whoops. Now they can hear you. I forgot that I split my audio. And OBS, which is why I was having audio issues, because it decided no, it doesn't want to work anymore. So I can now mute the music or mute you guys, and just so much easier. Finn is on his way. He just messaged me.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's all good. That's been sussed. But yeah.
Oh, also, your little health thingy, you got me at 35, but I'm only on 31.
What do you mean? Oh, the...
You know, on your little Twitch
Little character
thingy.
sheet thingies.
Oh,
Yeah, I only have 31 health. So if you want to give me 35, I'm not gonna be mad.
Oh, did I read it wrong?
It's okay, you're still at like nearly twice mine, so you're all good.
I've just had some really good rolls, to be honest.
Yeah.
Squishy. Oh
I've
man,
had
roll
like
20.
nearly max rolls every time.
Roll 20 is hating me, eh?
Oh, it sure is.
It is not my friend.
Apparently not. It's just a no. Okay, did I
Get,
read the
like,
wrong one?
Really good rolls for just the stupidest shit.
I'm just not getting very good rolls at all anywhere.
Oh, okay, my bad. I will have that fixed because I really thought it was 35. I don't know where I got that from.
Is it that? I can't remember. It could be. My memory's pretty bad.
God, same. So this is a bad situation. Okay, hold on.
That's why things like session notes are so good, because I'm like, what happened last time? I want to try this.
That's why it's recorded.
Traumatized even more.
Deb. Anyway. Yeah,
I found this like random like little idle game, but you like run a police station.
Okay, so I'll make a note of that.
Oh.
Bless.
Yeah, I thought I muted my mic before I did that, but apparently I missed.
Fire out and I missed. HP.
Yeah, because I just squeeze my microphone and it mutes it. It's great.
Just strangle your mic and if it mutes, you're fine.
It's a little like mic itself, you just squeeze the end of it and it's got a button in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good shit. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, what is up, my dude? Sorry.
It's going good. I apologize for my late arrival.
It is fine. The cause, fine, I'm not going through with this joke. I just give up immediately. Nah.
I
was
mean,
good.
fair.
What are words? We'll never know. Anyway. So, hi.
Hello.
Yeah, so I've done the charity spell and all that crap, and with all of that blah blah insert thing here, welcome to Emotions Consume. Yep, real professional tonight. Whoa. So, jumping into the session, the notes were written by Hayden, so Hayden, you get an inspiration point.
Oh, I knew I hadn't set something up. I'm missing my laptop. I have all my notes on my drawing tablet.
You do that while I read.
Yep.
So, Laconia leads Puggle and Emelia to Geffine's room, where there is blood and scratches everywhere. They go to retrieve Kian, hitting him with the door on their way outside. Kian tells the rest of the party how Geffine had been seeing shadows move. They find drawings spread about the room of shadows with long claws, one apparently looking like Puggle's grandmother. Puggle goes downstairs to distract the barkeeps while the others try clean up and sneak Geffine's body out of the tavern. Apparently reading is not my friend tonight. The party then tries to find a way to get the body to a church. After debating disguising the body as a horse or a pot of honey, they settle on just carrying it. Kian doing an absolutely shite job, the dice do hate him, it is said by Roll20 itself, of telling the Undertaker about Geffine. Amelia takes the party to magic school, where she can try and send a message to her mother. While they're there, Kian tries to get the wizard casting Sending to teach him magic. Him and Puggle accidentally set some paper on fire.
That's right.
Yeah, the two of them get sent out while Amelia has her message sent. The tiefling not initially believing Amelia, the tiefling not initially believing Amelia is who she says she is, eventually sending the message for her. While this is happening, Kian tries talking to another wizard who runs from the pair of gnomes, Puggle knowing that they specifically ran from Kian. As the party leaves from the school, Amelia tells them that they need to get her home. To do so, they have to get in a boat again. Oh, so, hold on. That's a sentence. Let me try that again. As the party leaves the school, Amelia tells them they need to get her home. To do so, they haven't to go on a boat again?
Ignore that.
Okay, no,
my
that's...
keyboard.
It's
bitch.
fine.
Half my keys don't work.
So I said it right the first time. They decide to go to the Archivist League to find a map and some more information. As they approach the building, there are guards everywhere and vines and spores all over the building. An elfish lady, who Amelia recognizes as her twin, comes out of the building wrapping people and constructs in more vines and spores. Halos and Ulfin come up behind her, both apparently not dead. Le combat ensues. Amelia gets downed by her sister. Puggle stabilizes her so she doesn't fucking die. Laconia gets down by Tari as well. Halos and Ulfin then move over to Amelia to stab her body, killing her. Kian, frustrated his spells aren't working, and seeing Amelia get downed, suddenly grows claws and spouts hair everywhere and goes into a rage. Taria, Ulfin, and Halos teleport away, and Puggle manages to calm Kian down. Amelia wakes up in darkness, seeing a big wall with names and tallies on it. She then wakes back up in the courtyard of the Archivist League. A nice cow lady comes and helps them into the building, lets you guys have a short rest, and gives you heals you and gives you time to rest before asking some questions. So only a day has passed, and you are not sure what the date is still. But that is what happened previously. Like I've said last time, I forgot to say this before, I will not be looking at the chat very much because I'm trying to run a game. So the mods will be doing that stuff. As well as if I run my games a bit differently, so there will be varying rules. If you want to know more about those, there is a highlight on my Twitch that pretty much gives a rundown of the homebrewed rules. So I'm not going to repeat the previous session because it'll take a while, and I'm not doing that to them. So with that, you guys are sitting in this little room, and the cow lady, who is a furbolg, has just been handed a book and is now holding it. Is now placed it on a table, opening it, and has asked you if you're ready for a history lesson. So, all of that shiz. Make sure I'm on the right thing. Boop, boop, boop.
School bus.
Yeah. Magic school bus. I'm sorry, I'm drinking some water before I have to talk.
Well, that movie, the dog that ends up adopting a boy and builds that time travel machine.
I
Like, how
have
cool would
never
that
heard.
be?
Peabody
about
and
Sherman.
Sherman.
Yeah, that one.
Oh my god, okay. That sounds
It's
like
actually pretty good.
a movie.
It's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Nice, isn't it?
Obviously made for children, but you know,
That's fine.
someone's child.
Okay, so, sorry, there wasn't a session notes, I forgot to say. the three that broke into the Archivist League, apparently stealing something called a Tiffaball. Specifically, the Garnet Tiffaball. So, that's important to know, especially going into this. Hoping the music isn't too loud. What I might do is turn it down in my ears. Yeah. So as you guys sit there, she opens up the book, and well, it might just start. It might just help if I start from the beginning. The planet of Latov has been around for millions, thousands of years. This is probably something that you're not aware of, but the beginning of time was said to be 1A, and over the years that it passed, it went through 1 to 999 years, and then once it hit that, it went over to the next letter of the ancient alphabet. Before these continents were created, the planet of Latov was only made of water, with very tiny islands scattered about. Over the trillions of years, the water levels dropped, and slowly large island masses were formed and inhabited. It is uncertain if things that used to live in the water all those years ago still exist, but there was a time when the outer planes were all open, and all different types of creatures and monstrosities walked the material plane. Sometimes these rifts can still be found in random places and on uncharted areas of the continents. The depths of the oceans of Latov are unknown. Researchers have only discovered things at 1,140 miles below, and even then there was more depth to be found. Through the millennia of research, tomes have been written about the planet and what possibly the center could hold. And kind of skims over that bit and kind of mumbles. It's probably not that important right now, but there have been many excavations into the waters to find as much as possible, but only a handful of things have been found. Things such as underwater cities, where aquatic races live, sunken ships, tombstones, sculptures, treasures, things like jewelries, artifacts and gems, ruins and temples. These things have been excavated as much as possible until it became too dangerous. With things that can survive underwater for much longer coming out to hunt, or excavators passing out from the crushing depths. A very, very long time ago, there was a thing called the cataclysm. It is called that because it was a large-scale, violent event on the material plane, where the highest form of angels fell from the sky to eradicate 4 ancient aquatic beings. They had apparently been roaming the planet as the newly formed continents and life were being formed. These 4 were colossal and lived in the deepest depths of the water, long before the continents were even formed. This event was estimated to be around 467 C. You guys knowing that currently the year is... Now open it. The year is currently 530X. So that was a long fucking time ago. On one of the first formed continents, Acrania, these creatures were fought and locked away into tombs in the deepest parts of the water. Many angels were killed, but 2 twin deva were killed... Sorry, let me try that again. Many angels were killed, but when 2 twin deva were killed, The ground shook in rage as the two drained of life. These two were named by the founders the Heart and Soul. The two were crushed into pieces of sapphire and garnet and scattered by the battle. Millennia later, they were found by researchers who were covering the areas of Acrania and found pieces of sapphire and garnet strewn about. These two were mended into two of the largest gems known to humanoid kind. This large gem is called a tephibol. These gems are obviously kept in the Archivist League headquarters for safekeeping. Or as safe as we thought. And this is where I think something that you have each found comes into play. Among the many Deva that came to this planet... Sorry, yes, they came to this planet. This is a planet. There were 4 angels who stayed on the material plane after the tombs had been sealed. These 4 were scattered into 8 pieces, and their weapons and armor lost. These sacrificial angels were still Deva. These 4 angels were named by their illustrated appearances. There is one called the Deva of Light, an angel of bright golden armor and orange sun-kissed skin, long blonde hair with bright yellow eyes that shone like the stars. Its wings were a gradient of the sun setting. They split into 2 gems called Star Spar and Sun Spar, which I believe is the one that was described as yellow with flecks of gold in it. There is the Deva of Earth, who split into... There's the Deva of Earth, an angel of soft pink skin, bright green eyes, and long green vined hair tied up into a bun. Armor of sharp prickling thorns, and its wings almost transparent with white strewn about. They split into Rose Guardite and Thornzonite. The one that I think you spoke of, and she nods to Kian with the light pink rose petals inside. There is a Deva of the Seas, an angel of teal skin, deep blue eyes, and short hair that swayed like the tides. Armor of ocean waves that cascaded across its torso and chest, its wings like white frothy ocean foam, with soft flourishes of cyan and aquamarine. They split into Titanite and Oceanite, which is one that I think that you, Puggle, found. And lastly, the Deva of the Dark, an angel of ebon skin, black hair that sat atop its head like wisps of smoke, eyes deep crimson red, armor burning like hot embers, crackling across its chest, its wings burned like charcoal. They split into Psychophanite and Murdencronite, which is what I think you, Vaconia, found. There has never been anything found about their weapons or their armor. It has been estimated that people have found, it has been said that people have found different gems that could akin to the gems that the Deva split into. But these were just myths. I think you have all been dragged into something quite dire.
What are we supposed to do?
Well, if they now have the Garnet Tephibol, it's likely they're trying to bring back the ancient aquatic beings. It would be in one of the other books, but whatever has happened, or whatever has transpired, all of Latov was in danger. The only reason that mortals were given magic was to protect themselves all those millennia ago. But I don't think even our strongest mages could aid us in this time. She closes the book, slams with a loud... It slams loudly, and places her hands on top of the book, looking down at it. And I fear that the gods have left us. Since what happened 300 years ago, no one has heard from any of the gods. It's almost been nearly 200 years. They've gone quiet. I don't think even they can help us.
What are we supposed to do? She literally killed me. We can't defeat her.
Michael's slowly backing out of the room at this point, eh?
Vaconia stands up. Well, what we need to do is... we're gonna need to find these weapons. There has to be something somewhere. If the Devas stopped these things before, then we need those things. And we need to do this together. Kind of side-eyes Puggle.
Okay. Standing at the doorway. I'm not sure what to...
How would Puggle be feeling about just in for a dump?
Overwhelmed. And... it's a lot.
It's a lot, okay.
It sounds quite dire to Puggle.
Very much so.
He's kind of missing his warm bed and his familiar pubs.
I just sent you a message really quick just to clarify something. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd say overwhelmed.
Okay.
And a little bit scared, but also, you know, doing his best together.
Okay. Don't worry about it then. Forget about it. Perhaps there is some more that we can find. But if these things are released, like I said, it will be dire. Perhaps finding the Devas' weapons and potentially their armor could be your saving grace. It's not to say that all of the Celestials are gone, it's just the deities themselves are.
So, where do we find these weapons? Where do we start?
Well,
Any ideas?
I mean, we have, and kind of points out behind you to the expansive library. That would be my only guess. I mean, at the time, the only formed continent was Ukrainia. So, perhaps that would be your best bet. Looking in the archives of Ukrainia. We'll offer help where I can. What were you gonna say?
Excellent. Just point me in the direction. I'll start reading.
I mean, a map would be bloody helpful too, because I have no idea where feck all is.
Okay, we can do that as well. I do not remember, and if I wrote it down, I can't find it. If the name of the Furbolg was told to you.
Pretty sure you.
It might have been. I was just skimming through the video, so
Oh,
I
absolutely, it's
probably
fine.
went over it.
Okay. And sorry, I realized that I didn't actually think of this part in specific, so backpack. Sorry, I am rolling things. Oh god, I rolled Furbolg twice. Okay. I'm unsure if you know how things work around here, but considering the Tefabol was stolen, I have much to deal with. If you wish to speak to me, then simply ask for Archsage Leuven. L-U-V-E-N. For the time being, I will pass you over to the Imperial Curator, as you are pointed to a bugbear male. This is Voden. He will help you where he can. I apologize, but as an Archsage, it is up to me to make sure that things are running smoothly around here. And it is anything but right now. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to ask Imperial Curator Voden. I'm sure he will help you wherever he can. The bugbear has his arms crossed across his chest and just nods. And that you guys can go down to God, it'd be great if they had a right click button where you could just have it zoomed in properly instead of having to fuck around with it. Anyway. So, with that, Archsage Leuven walks away, and you are now left with the Imperial Curator Voden. V-O-D-I-N. Kind of looks across the four of you. Any of you know how anything works around here?
Nope.
Not a clue.
Didn't think so. Raises an eyebrow at Emelia.
Just stare at him.
Alright, follow me. And he starts walking down back to the lift that you came up in. So you stand in the box and then it lowers down. As he's doing this, he is talking to you, saying, the Archivist League is a group of people that run each of the 3 archival sites. There's one in Murstone, Ekron, and Tottenham. Welcome to
Under
the
my
Tottenham
breath,
one.
can I just mutter bloody useless they were?
These places hold most information, rarest artifacts, and the most ancient of tomes. We also work alongside a group of escorts called the Academic Alliance. As you guys are walking through, he motions to the side of you where there is a group of people in suits of armor, who are pretty much being led by this one guy as one Goliath, who is pointing people in different directions to go and make runs of the area and things like that. So, the most important thing is the Archivist League is run by a tier system of people. The Archsage is the highest. They're the most busy and very few within every Archivist League. Imperial Curator is second. Expositor is third. Custodian is fourth. And a Bibliosoph is fifth. They are like the newbies. So, with that being said, the fact that you've even made an audience with an Archsage is a big deal. Archsage Leuven is very much for the people. Trying to be everywhere and anywhere at once. Trying to be everywhere at once. She's learning that she's only one person. So, sharing the load that she has with others to try and at least make it easier on herself. So, and brings you guys to a desk and says, "Wait here." Goes and grabs a big map, chucks it down in front of you guys, and what you see on the screen is exactly what you see on the bit of paper. So, this point, right in here, that's a cranium. As I need to blur. Crania was, like the Archsage said, the very first continent formed on the planet of Latov. This is likely where you're going to have to go. If it wasn't aware to you, and looks over to Kian, you are here.
Right.
Where did each of you come from?
Well, I'm from Skegness, but I was over in Stratford for the whole best part of my life. That's where my house is. It's where the love of my life, to be honest. Do I get to go home?
Depends. Do you want to deal with the water again?
I'll get back to you.
What's up? Opening up Viconia's stuff to find out where the fuck she's from. I'm from here, and points to Lunaris in the Eightworth Isles. Looks to Emelia.
Just point at the castle.
You definitely do not miss the side eye and the raised eyebrow that you get, but we digress. It just gives a nod. And Kian?
I don't know. There was just a town with some people.
Very specific.
Yeah. I wasn't even from the town. I was just nearby. I lived in the house.
Do you at least know what the town was called? You do. You do.
No.
You
do? Would
you
I?
do. You would.
Okay.
Because you went in there a lot. And I mean, you walked into town and there's a welcome sign.
Oh, okay.
So you would know. I did say this in your session 0, so you do know.
Oh, okay. From like, that one and nearby. I wasn't in the town.
Oh, alright. Kind of gives you a weird look for a second, the furball man.
I thought beer.
Bugbear.
Bugbear, sorry, what did I say?
Furbolg.
Furball.
Sorry, my bad. It's because I have a table that I roll NPCs on, and I rolled Furbog again, so I started writing that down and then crossed it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is up with all of these weird looks? You know? Most people just ignore us.
Who fucking knows?
What's your name?
Kian.
Last name?
Loppers.
What the hell are you doing on the material plane?
I'm sorry, who? What now?
What?
That
What plane?
starts leaning back. Material plane is the plane that you're on. It's where the planet is.
There's many different planes.
Yeah. That's a whole little
Ick.
story.
Yeah. That was season 1.
Yeah, that was season 1. It really was.
Season 1, Journey Through the Plains.
Pretty much. Yeah. What do you mean? Why is he on the material plane?
Why am I on the who what?
What?
I didn't know he was a gnome.
Huh.
Yeah, I just found that out a couple of days ago. That's interesting.
Alright. Do any of you know about the Wheel of Cosmology?
The wheel up. The wheel. A what?
Little.
Okay.
I know about wheels.
Yep. I've seen a couple of those.
So, and I'm pretty sure that I can actually show this on stream because I made it. So. Let's open this.
Really pay attention when they were teaching us this.
Uh-huh. Okay, that's
What's
okay.
that?
Alright, click this. So, on stream, you'll see
Here it
a
is.
slideshow. Yeah. So, long story short, Wheel of Cosmology is the great wheel that shows the different layers of the outer planes. There are different planes that represent each alignment. You are here. The material plane is the most inner part of the Wheel of Cosmology. It's where the planet of Latov is, as well as any other planet in the galaxy. They all reside within the material plane, each place individually. The inner planes, which are from the inside out being the material plane, both of the echo planes, and then the elemental planes. Echo planes are the Feywild and the Shadowfell. The elemental planes, they are vast, and there are many quasi and para planes within them. I'm not going to go into that because it'll confuse you more. The outer planes are a complex place of law, chaos, good and evil. They are split into positive and negative planes as well. Many different beings reside in each plane, as well as deities and demi-deities, as well as banished planes, creatures' homes, and resting places. There are planes of time, death, and the afterlife. Each planes have differing layers that work similarly to how the continents work on the material plane. Time also varies on each of these. There we go. So, this is what your solar system looks like.
What is that?
The prime material plane, also known as... I say that twice. Also known as just the material plane, is the planet and surroundings... The planet and the surrounding cosmos exist. It's essentially where we are right now, like I said. You, in points to Kian,
Right.
you're meant to be here. And I don't know how you got out.
Oh, that doesn't look very fun, kid, I'll be honest.
Right.
Really upset.
That sounds like a right fucking horrible time, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, ah!
The abyss.
Wait. Does that mean he's a demon? Then I just like look at Ken like side eye. I'm like,
No, apparently I'm a gnome. You told me this.
I mean, you can
Looks
feel free
like
to
a
make an
gnome.
arcana. Feel free to make an arcana check, Amelia, if you want.
okay, right. I gotta find my stats.
All good.
Oh, I'm not very good at this. Yes, see, not very good at it. Still going through
Okay.
some trauma.
You are not sure. I mean, could be, could not be. He doesn't know, so who else knows?
Oh, I trust him. He's gnome kind. We've got to stick together.
Anyway, the aquatic beings that the Archsage was talking about came from a place called the Astral Plane, which is this place. It's also known as the Astral Sea. It is one of the boundary planes that lies between many of the other realms. It's an amorphous realm where the will and imagination have influences over the surrounding space. Some creatures and species have been there a long time, and it's basically where all the creatures that don't fit in any of the other planes go to.
My mind's immediately just like, Reject Island.
What was that, sorry?
My mind's just like, Reject Island.
Pretty much, yeah. So, for Acrania itself, zoom in. Oops, no, okay. We'll see what we can find. Oh god, same. How do you guys want to go about this? Do you just want to leave the Imperial Curator to it, which means it'll just be a singular roll, or are you guys going to each pair up, one going with the with Vodun to give him advantage, and each of you perhaps going to find other information of yourself for yourselves? It's completely up to you. You have been allowed access to the Archivist League's reservoir.
I'll just stay and help Voiden.
Okay.
I'll get amongst it.
Okay, so there's 3 of you left.
I want book about magic and shit.
Okay. So you are going to look at the magic, and Puckle, is there anything in specific that you want to look at, or are you going to help Kian or help Viconia with whatever she's going to look into?
I'll help Kian.
Alright.
I want to find out what the whole shenanigans is about.
Alright. So, Viconia's gonna just go and try and find anything about what they've, Actually, she's gonna try and find anything about Deva. So, what I will get each of you to do is, since Puggle, you are helping Kian. Kian, you make your history check with advantage. Amelia, since you are helping Voden, he will make his check with advantage. And Vaconia will just roll.
Holy shit, a good roll for once.
Nice.
Woohoo!
They're not both under 5.
It's the ends of the spectrum.
It really is as cold. Okay. Okay, so we're kind of getting a 12. She basically just gets lost within the books and is just trying to find anything and is just confusing the fuck out of her. So she doesn't find anything. Kian with a 20. Hey, you got 420. Sorry. What in specifics are you wanting to find out about the arcane?
How to make it fucking work?
How to make it work. Okay. So, the basics of what you find is each class is broken down into how they get their magic. Bards gaining it through basically going to college, and learning it that way. Sorcerers being born with it, maybe it's Maybelline, so just having it innately. You're welcome. Wizards having to do extensive amount of training and schooling to learn their magic. Warlocks gaining it basically by just waking up and basically selling their soul to a devil or whatever. Clerics and paladins alike devoting their lives and themselves to higher powers, specifically deities. I'm trying to think if there are any other classes I can remember off the top of my head. Druids getting their magic from the land, the nature around them. Blah blah, did that. And rangers gaining their powers through, very similar to druids, through the nature around them and through the connection with beasts and themselves. Specifically casting magic and making it work. It pretty much refers back to the classes and how they learn their magic. It goes through things like visual, somatic, and material components. It goes through things like arcane focuses, as well as spell component pouches. What else? Some of them go into specifics about how close you have to be to certain people and certain things. One of them that you find, which is kind of weird, goes into the whole like theater of the mind thing, where you have to be like, know how close you are and how, I don't know, just weird shit. So you just kind of bin that one immediately. I don't think you would know that you're a sorcerer. So give me a d20 roll, just normal d20. $14's good, okay. Just skim reading through different ways that, different avenues that specific classes have their magic or use their magic. While going through sorcerer, you find one that sounds jarringly familiar to yourself, where sometimes random things just happen, and often you don't have much control of your magic. When casting one thing, something else normally happens, and you see that comes under something called a wild magic sorcerer. So, congratulations, you now know what your class is in character.
Yay!
Yeah. So going further into that, though, you still do see that even with wild magic in itself, you still have a good portion of control, whereas you find you don't have any. So yeah, you're just reading basically the same kind of stuff over and over again, but not really finding much of a lead. But that's where you learn. You learn about yourself. Let's see. Done that. Sorry, Emelia, as you are walking around with Voden, you see him looking through a bunch of books and just like flipping through them quickly before putting them back. And he goes through a lot of books. For context, the way that I do researching is... where is it? For each day of research, you must spend 1 gold piece to cover your expensive. That doesn't matter because you're in the Archivist League for free. While researching, per book, you must roll an ability or skill check. You must spend 6 hours reading a book to determine if the knowledge is useful or not. So one day, 24 hours, you can get potentially 4 pieces of information. But you will gain an exhaustion point if you spend all 6 of those. If you're there all day, basically. Whereas spending 18 hours of the day, potentially 3 pieces of information, and you don't get exhaustion. So, you guys are wandering around the library looking for information and stuff like that for 6 hours. So you're here for a long time. And by the time you come back together, it is like nighttime. So, actually, fuck, what time of day was it? No, you guys woke up, did that stuff with caffeine. And...
morning-ish.
Yeah, it was morning-ish.
Went and got them buried.
Yeah.
That was pretty early in the morning.
It was. Okay, so... 10... We took a short rest. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it would be like about 5 p.m. when you guys meet back up again. So early evening. But still, Emelia, while you are walking around with Voden, you're kind of just following behind, looking over his shoulder as he's doing this research, and looking across at like the rest of your allies and stuff going through books. They're going through like 1 book, like an hour. He's going through at least 4. So you can tell he's fucking good at his job. But as...
He got that speed.
yeah. But even as time continues to tick on, you can see he's growing more and more frustrated, and putting one of, like, there's everyone knows how libraries look, and like a section where there's like a bookshelf, there's like 1 line of books. He goes through essentially an entire bookshelf, and as he puts that final book back down, you can just hear him sigh and nothing. Maybe I missed something. Kind of missed something. Damn it.
Free. Or maybe it's not in this library.
Might have to look at the other archives. Alright. You pointed to the Ahrozath castle. That's where you're from. What happened to you? Their family is elf tritons.
Well, when we all went on our little trips on boats, I woke up like this. And now I'm terrified of the water. I like the water. And now no one believes me when I say who I am because I look like a tabaxi.
Okay. And you follow behind him as he starts walking back towards the table where the rest of your allies are sitting. And as he walks past someone, you hear him ask them to go get the book that the Furbolg was reading. And any similar ones of nature, of its nature, basically. And as you guys get back to the table, you see, you're just kind of sitting there for a second as he stands there, arms crossed, kind of pacing a little bit. You can see the gears turning in his head as this little person, this little halfling person, is like running up with the book and like plops it on the table. It's the same book that the Furbolg was reading, and then after a little bit, another different halfling comes up and puts a similar looking book on the table. He opens both of them up at the same time and begins looking through indexes before opening to a page with some very interesting looking illustrations. All of you just briefly looking at the book that he's looking at, you can see there is a depiction of a large aquatic reptile. It looks like a mix between basically a reptile, a snake, and a devil. It has long scaled body with pointed claws, no eyes but a huge mouth with rows and rows of jagged teeth, and massive pointing horns on its face. On its head, sorry. On its face. Anyway. There is another one that is a large 8-legged humanoid-looking crab. So from the waist up, it is looking humanoid, except with claws instead of hands. And then the bottom half is just full crab with the legs and all.
Terrifying?
Yeah, it has lots of spiked barnacles all over it. Its torso is long and skeletal, with 2 smaller legs on either side. Its long arms have massive pincers on the end, and on its head is a helmet made of the same spiked barnacles. There is another one, which is a feminine-looking siren creature, with 2 glowing antennae on the sides of its head. The eyes are hollow and white as frills in place of her hair. And they also continue to run down the back and tail. It is thin and skeletal and has the same thin arms and hands. There also seems to be a harder shell around the body like armor. And the last one is a transparent looking jellyfish with a massive humanoid skull inside it. It has long flowing tentacles and tendrils that wisp beneath it. While being transparent, it has a... Actually, how do you even do that in an image? These are black and white, by the way, which is why I'm trying to avoid saying what colours they are. Yeah, so the outer part of the jellyfish is transparent, and then the actual... It looks like there's just a skull inside it. Is basically what I'm saying. reading through each of these, looks up and at each of you individually for a second.
Well, they're a bunch of spooky fuckers.
I don't mind the squishy looking one. I mean, the skull's spooky, but how do we know there's anything to do with him? Squishy little jellyfish fella.
I should remind you that these are called the ancient colossal beings. This thing ain't small.
Yeah.
And points to two of them. The serpent-looking one and the crab. It's likely that you've encountered this. One of these, at least. I doubt both of them. And he's just leaning and looking and staring at the book as someone runs up to him and starts whispering in his ear. You see his eyes go wide. What do you mean? Both of them? Tell the Archsage immediately. Alright. Oh no. Look, you're gonna have to bring this back. And pushes the book with the creatures towards you guys. I have to go. Ikrin has been under attack. You didn't hear this from me. And looks around the room quickly.
Amazing.
The other Tetherball's gone. You aren't alone in this. You're not the only ones that found gems. You need to find these other people. I'll see if there's a way to get you to Mirstone. There are no guarantees, as he looks at you, Emelia, but I'll do what I can. You might want to check on your friend as well. Wait, hold on. That might be meta. Did you tell... No, you didn't. Sorry, that was meta on my part.
What?
Don't worry. If there was anyone else on that beach with you, you need to find them. And then stands up and begins to walk away.
Be a bit of help. They were dead, but they came back to life.
They're all dead. Oh. They didn't stay dead.
I don't think they did.
That poor fucker's gonna wake up in the fucking dirt.
Caffeine.
Oh well.
Not oh well. The Fiend's gonna wake up and then come after us.
Or might not come after us. Might go to the other ones. You know, the ones that nearly killed us all. Might go to those ones instead.
Why are they being brought
Maybe.
back?
I'm going to assume it has something to do with Mr. and Mrs. Creepy over here. I say as I point to the pictures in the books.
Well, I don't think we can stay here, so maybe we should go back to a different tavern. We're gonna need to read through
Wait.
this.
have some valuable information.
So you guys are in. So, you guys went to the Fearless Pike. There are 3 other taverns. One of them is a high class tavern. The second one is just normal class, and the last one is, lower class. So high class one is the Twin Sub Pub. Oh, it's the Twin Sun Pub. Sorry, Jesus. Yeah, I know, right? The all class one is called the Drunken Planet, and the lower class one is called the Shaking Lion Bar.
I think we do a walking school bus tour of all of them, with beverages in between for sustenance, nutrition, and fuel.
I mean, you can certainly try.
You want us to go on a pub crawl? Is what you're saying?
Yes! Yes!
Okay.
That's what I need after today.
Where are you going first?
Let's start at the bottom.
Alright. You make your way out and go to the lower class end of Tottenham. And there you find the Shaking Lion Bar. Going in, there is a dwarf with salt and pepper beard as well as hair, who is just wiping up some of the tables. The bars will be busy because it is 5 p.m. People are coming home from work and want to get drunk. So this bar in particular is quite busy because the lower end and drinks are cheap.
Well, I'm getting stuck in.
Alright. So a drink per tankard. Per tankard. Jesus fuck words. I combined the words that I was looking at. I was looking at tankard and bottle. So per tankard is 4 copper pieces, and per bottle is 2 silver pieces.
Oh. I'll double part myself for a couple of tankards, please.
Alright. It is watered down ale. Like, for the price it is, yeah, it is cheap written all over it.
Oh my god. I'll drink it anyway.
Okay. What about this here?
Was that sorry?
What about the rest of you?
There, sit down.
I'll just get 1 tankard.
Okay. 4 copper pieces. You sit down, Emelia, and Viconia sits next to you. Viconia's probably the one holding the book. Just because it's big.
I'm not strong.
Oh my god, what is it? -5?
No, it's -3. It's 5, but it's -3.
Oh, that's what I was thinking, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, so you guys are sitting there as these two get a drink. Are you gonna stay long in this pub, or are you gonna move on quickly?
Just long enough for them to finish their drinks.
Cool. Easy done. As they both finish their drinks, you move on to the Drunken Planet. This place is not as packed as the previous one, but is still pretty busy. Per tankard here is 1 silver piece, and per bottle is a gold piece. This is normal run-of-the-mill ale. You can get different types. They don't have very fancy kind of stuff. You can get a meal here for 5 silver and a room for a gold. Yeah. So it is up to you if you want to stay here or continue to the next one. And if you're eating at all. Vaconia's going to get a meal here.
Puggle's not gonna cheat, but he will get a bit free.
Alright. Take off the silver piece. Can
Sit down
Emelia
again.
get a Okay, cool. Sorry, go for it again.
I'll guess a drink too.
Alright. Are you gonna get anything, Emelia, or are you gonna wait till the next one?
The next one.
You can see as Viconia's like looking through her money, you can see a couple of gold pieces in there. But there's still not a lot of money, as the two gnomes are having a drink. Viconia like sits back and is looking at the book. We're gonna have to make some money somehow.
I've got it.
Where did you come from? I thought you were at the bar.
Oh.
No, you can totally have walked over, it's fine. She was distracted.
I'm a busy boy. I'll play a song. I'll play one of a classic Puggle tune. And put down my hat.
Can you just do that here?
I might have to go and ask.
Huh. Okay. Up to you. Just would like to sleep at some point. We need to read this as well.
Right, let's prioritize this. I can busk tomorrow. It's alright.
Okay. As you three are talking, Kian slug back your other drink and then continue to the last bar, which is the Twin Sun Pub. This place is not very full, but is fancy looking. There's like covers on the chairs, as well as being like a really nice velvet. It's very clean. Yeah, as you walk in, it is run by a Simic hybrid female. Kian, you have no idea what that is. Probably Puggle, you don't know what that is either.
I was gonna say, no idea.
Yeah.
What did she?
A Simic hybrid. Viconia doesn't know what it is. I would say that Emelia, you would.
Okay.
Yeah.
I totally know what this is.
Yeah. One of your dad's close friends is a Simic hybrid.
Okay, so I definitely know what this is.
Exactly, yeah.
But my auntie's one of those.
Yeah. Party. Sorry. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, so you guys come in, and in this place, per tankard it is 4 silver pieces, per bottle it is 4 gold, and for a meal it's 8 silver pieces.
So what? It's 10 to 1 gold, right? 10 silver to 1 gold?
Yes.
Can I just like pass over a gold?
Yep, absolutely. And you get back 2 silver pieces. Wait, are you paying for a meal? I should specify.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'll get food too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get one.
Okay. Sweet, sweet. So, meal, 8 silver, tankard, 4 silver. As you guys go and sit down, eventually, after a little bit, your food and drink is brought to you. For those of you that get a drink, it is a lot nicer than normal ale. It is like properly like brewed and aged for a bit. There is obviously stronger stuff as well. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but I can't remember. It's not absinthe. Where's my phone? I don't know if it has it.
It's strong.
You can definitely get the strong stuff if you want, but that's per bottle.
It's been a long day. Puggle's backing out of his own plane.
Oh my god, that's so cool. Sorry, I found a generator for random signature drinks, which is cool. So, yeah, you guys can do that, and Viconia asks if you guys are going to stay here, because the rooms will be a bit more expensive. The rooms here are 3 gold pieces.
That's a negative.
Yeah, I think we should maybe go somewhere cheaper.
Is Emelia going to stay here?
Like
though?
wherever you like. I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
Take me out those 3 gold pieces.
Cool. We can meet you back at the Archivist League tomorrow. If you guys want to stay at one of the other places.
Cool. I'll go back to the cheapest one in town.
Cheapest one is the lowest class, which is 2 silver.
Right.
No. Excellent.
Okay, absolutely. So, you guys do that, and Emelia and Viconia, you take the money off. So there's 8 left. Okay. You guys stay there. Are you? Is Kian and Puggle gonna wait to read the book over? Because Viconia's gonna do that. Or gonna suggest to do that tonight.
Yep.
Cool. Good to know. Alright. So opening back up to that same page, it's you guys are kind of sitting in a booth, so it'll be Emelia and Viconia on one side, and then Ken and Puggle on the other. So you guys are trying, like, Viconia turns the book so you guys can at least like have a look at it, so you can all read it semi-properly. But actually getting a look at these creatures, I can send you guys a screen cap in Discord. Sorry, the screen's gonna go a weird colour for a second, don't worry about it. Where the fuck is Discord? So there you go. That's what each of them look like.
I think that's fun.
Absolutely.
I do kind of like the jellyfish looking one though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, yikes.
That crab one reminds me of the rock in the scorpion thing.
Oh my god.
I can see it.
Does anyone wanted a visual with that?
Yeah. So just show the people what these guys are looking at. So these are the three that were described in actualness. So what we'll do, because it is 7:30, so we'll take a quick break as I round up which information I'm going to tell you about these things. So have a pee break, get some water, get some aqua. Yeah, and we will be right back. Wow. Okay. We back.
We're back.
Back again. Yeah, okay. Wabba, hello. Cool. So, you guys, while reading the book, you find out that the two on the end, so the Saruman looking one and the jellyfish one, there's virtually no information on those two. Aside from one of them having the name Chaos Hag, which is the siren-looking one. And the other two, the serpent-looking one, has the name Skikvrakt. It's a bitch to be spelt, so we'll spell it. Did I spell it right? Yes, I did. Okay. And the crab-looking one is called a merc golem. Under the Skikvrakt, it says that it has an awakened state, and it says when 4 gems come near the chalice embedded in the ruined temple underwater, and those 4 gems are Thornzonite, Sunspar, Osanite, and Myrdenkronite. When looking at the other gems, because like I said, there were 2 different types for each Deva. So for each one Deva, they split into 2 gems. They had very similar sounding names. Looking at the depictions of those 4 gems, those are not the ones that you had.
Phew.
But when looking at the Mick Golem, you see it also has an awakened state. When all 4 gems come near the chalice embedded in the ruined temple underwater, and those 4 gems are Rosegarite. I was meant to change that one. I can't even say that. What did I change it to?
The Merc Golem again?
Mick Golem's the crab one.
The crab man.
Yeah.
No.
Oops, sorry, I have so many fucking tabs. Rosegarite, Psychophanite, Tidesonite, and Starspar. And the depictions of those looks like the ones that you guys found. So, very specifically, Rosegarite is the one that Kian found. Starspar is the one that, no, I nearly said your name, is the one that Emelia found, and Tidesonite is the one that Puggle found. And from what Draconia described, she found Psychophanite. And under both of the Skikvrakt and Merc Golem, they have that the 2 of them have an ability to curse and control patrons to do their bidding. Under the Merc Golem specifically, it says speaks through clicking. And under the Skikvrakt, it says that it has a thing called a Pagalic Hex, while the Merc Golem has a thing called... Did I not write that? Sorry. Called the Spiked Barnacle Vex. And that's what you learn from that book.
Does it describe what those look like at all?
No, it doesn't. Actually, I think I
Well, no, go ahead.
Sorry, go for it, Finn. I realised I might have done something wrong.
Oh, no, that's alright. I just gotta say, it sounds like we're screwed. All of our stuff's at the bottom of the ocean.
Does it say how to remove the curses? Because that would be very helpful.
It does not. There haven't been... I mean, considering that there's very few... Sorry, there is not very much information on it, it's likely that it hasn't been experienced or recorded.
I just, like, move my plate out of the way and just bang my head on the table.
Sorry, I did get
Just
that wrong.
once, just don't. Just stay like that, with my head on the table.
Yes, you do that. So sorry, instead of the spiked barnacle Vex, it is called the Vehemence Vex. Sorry, I was meant to change that fucking ages ago. That's why it was highlighted bright green. But y'all don't need to know that. So... I probably said it wrong because I can't speak. Well, apparently I didn't put X in there as well, but that's meant to be Vex at the end.
Payments bit.
Yeah. So that is what we learned from this. It has other bits of information about the cataclysm and things like that, but the vast majority of it is just filler text, so the most important parts you already learned through the Firbolg.
I'm going to bed. Good night. Just walk up. Just leave.
Yep. So Emelia goes up to bed as Vaconia sits back and let's see. Puggle, what's your intelligence?
My intelligence.
Yeah, the big number.
14.
Okay. Kian, what's yours?
It is 12.
Oh, Emelia, what's yours?
As well.
12 as well? Okay. Okay. Puggle. You've read some
Yes.
books in your time. You've being a master songsman,
Yeah.
a ballad enthusiast,
Stop it.
you have spent a very long time trying to find the right words for things, especially when it comes to writing a love song. Looking at the word...
Don't remind me.
Yeah. Looking at the word you think about, first of all, what the fuck that means, but also what other words for that are. You...
Are we talking about Merc Golem or the Vehemence Vex?
Vehemence Vex. So he's thinking about, like, he's analysing the word vehemence.
Cool.
And you recall putting that word in a song that you wrote for your beloved, but crossing it out because you were trying to find something to rhyme with and it didn't work.
Not surprisingly.
So you remember that vehemence is a great forcefulness or intensity of feeling or expression. Another word for this is emotion. Gasp.
Dead. It's gonna happen.
Sorry, what was it, Hayden?
Roll credits.
Yeah, exactly. He said the title. We can finish it.
Campaign ended.
Yeah, campaign done. That's it. Um, obviously, that within itself, you also know Vex is another word for curse.
Well, I let the group know of that information immediately, as soon as it pops into my little smart noggin.
Okay, well... So what? Emotion curse? Stupidest thing I've fucking heard. I mean... What does that have to do with turning someone into a cat?
That one's a good question.
I mean, none of us have... Have we? I don't think I have. And Vakoni, like, sits forward, is, like, leaning on her elbow and is just thinking... This doesn't make sense. Vaconia starts flipping through the book, just like going like pretty much just like chucking pages left and right, just trying to find something. Before coming on something about the astral sea itself. She starts reading out loud. The astral sea is known for its variety and sorry, Tyler's brain's not variety and vicious creatures. Many fled to different planes through rifts in the early stages of the other planes creations. Okay, so why did those four come here? Were they running from something? Why would giant things like that be running from? I don't know. And she like closes the book and slams it closed. I'm going to bed. He like grabs the book and just starts going upstairs.
Radio. I clink my glass. Decide to.
You cut out through quite a bit of that, but I'm going to assume you said that you clinked your glass, chugged it down, and left.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Right, well, I'll follow them.
Alright, cool. So, you guys are heading back to the... the Drunken Planet. I'll get both of you guys to make a perception check.
I'm not very good at
You were very good at those.
those. Nice.
69.
We've had a 420 and a 69. Nice. This is a good day.
Bliss stream.
Bliss stream, it sure is. Don't worry about it. You guys are walking back up through the high class area, going back down to the middle class. Yeah, I know classism sucks, but welcome to D&D. And you enter back into the Drunken Planet and can purchase a room for yourselves, which shall be a gold piece. Oh no, sorry, you guys are going to the lower class one. Not bad. Sorry, you're going to the Shaking Lion.
Yeah.
So 2 silver pieces, sorry, when you get there. So from
Cool.
the high class to the low class area, it is a lengthy walk. I don't think you guys are that drunk, so you didn't binge that much. So you have relatively
I know.
wits about you. Entering inside, you guys pay for your rooms and are free to go up to bed, but also are free to stay and drink more if you would like. It is up to you.
My
I'll
legs
go
are
up to bed.
tired. I'm going to bed.
Okay. What did you say? Hayden?
I'll go up to bed.
Alright, cool. You guys both head up off to bed.
Was later.
Yeah, Kian, what's your passive perception?
10.
Cool. You all sleep and can easily wake up the next day, aside from Kian. Your natural body clock wakes you up, but as you sit up, or go to sit up, sorry, it's 8 o'clock apparently, you sit up and start looking around. This is not the tavern room that you fell asleep in. You seem to be in...
Oh, fuck.
You seem to
That's
be
a new
in
one.
a jail cell.
Magic. What did you do this time?
Well, is this new?
So, Puggle, when you wake up, you go downstairs and start having your breakfast, waiting for Kian to come down so you can go to meet the ladies and not have them be angry at you for being late. You go up to Kian's room and knock on the door. Knocking on it, the door swings open, with Kian nowhere in sight. All of his belongings are still there. It just seems that he himself was taken. Or is not present. Feel free to make a perception check.
Sake.
That would be investigation, sorry.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh.
Nice. Okay. Looking around the room with a keen eye,
Yeah.
not only would Kian not just leave without taking his staff, I mean, he's forgetful, yeah, but not that forgetful.
Where's my ferret?
Where does your ferret sleep?
Good question.
Would the ferret
Probably
still
in my
sleep?
shit.
Okay, so yeah, then you would see his stuff and then kind of inching towards it to maybe see if there's any kind of thing in there, you open up, I don't know, like a pouch or a sack or whatever, where Ken keeps his stuff, and a ferret leaps out at you. Make a dex save.
Really?
Yeah. Good morning. You're being attacked by a ferret.
Just a roll, or
Yeah, just a roll. Okay, cool. 15, you're fine. You manage to dodge out of the way as the ferret like leaps out at you, jumps on the ground, and then is then just almost like a cat when it's like trying to like hiss at you. Its like long body is like arched up as it's just kind of just angrily at you. I don't know what sounds ferrets make. They make those sounds now.
Sort of
good.
in that ballpark.
We'll go with that. As you kind of like try and calm the ferret down, it like inches towards you a little bit and realizes that, oh, you are gnome friend, not gnome foe. It is fine. And then jumps up on the bed and starts like jumping on the bed trying to find Ken. You ignore the ferret and continue looking around the room before seeing that not only was the door picked to be opened, so Kian had locked his door, but it was picked open, and you can see a dusty footprint, not dusty, it'll be muddy, footprint on the floorboards. It doesn't look like there was any struggle whatsoever, so it was very likely that Kian just didn't notice them. But yeah, Kian was definitely kidnapped. Kian napped.
No, napped.
No napped.
No napped.
Good shit.
It's a common occurrence. You'd be surprised.
I believe it.
Right. Is his stuff too heavy to carry?
Oh, you'd be able to carry it, it's fine. You just kind of chuck it in one backpack
Okay.
and sling it over your shoulder.
Yeah. And I call his ferret, and I go to meet up with the others immediately.
Okay. So you go to the Twin Sun pub where Viconia and Emelia are waiting. You guys wake up and come downstairs, get your breakfast, and just we're pretty much now just waiting for the gnomes to show up. In that time, Viconia would have filled you in about the last little bit of findings from the book, but that's kind of about it. You guys will just be making a small talk unless there's anything specific you'd like to talk about.
Sonia comes from.
You ask where she comes from?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I grew up in Lunaris. I don't know why she has this accent now. Jesus fuck. I don't have consistency. What's that? Was born in Ackworth Isles. Grew up in Lunaris with my parents. Prefer the colder weather. I would ask
Anna?
the same, but I feel like that might be a sore subject. I'm sure we'll get you back to them soon enough.
Sure they're not worried. Got bigger things to deal with. I say this in a very, sarcastic tone.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the both of you are gone. They would surely be looking for you.
Don't think they're too worried. Send them a message. My older siblings replied, apparently the situation, whatever trade discussions they were having, got worse.
Oh.
So my older siblings said they were gonna try get us out to Mirstone.
Well, I mean, the combined efforts of your siblings as well as the Archivist League, we should be able to get there soon.
That's if they recognize me.
Well, I mean, just, I don't know, make them ask a question that only you would know the answer to.
True.
Yeah.
But I don't know how a emotions curse turns me into a cat.
Yeah. That's what I said. That's
Very
weird.
smart thinking. Where are these gnomes? They were supposed to meet us 10 minutes ago.
They're probably drunk.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't surprise me either. You guys end up sitting there for a little bit longer, probably another 15 minutes before Puggle, you show up.
Guys, Ken has been kidnapped and his ferret is pissed. What are we gonna do?
What do you mean he's been kidnapped?
He's being gnome-napped. Yes, apparently he's a ferret, and this is him, and now apparently kind of likes because I'm gnome-shaped. It's fine, but Ken's gone missing.
I don't know how we're supposed to find him.
Well,
Maybe the mages can help?
do you think that'd help?
Potentially. They helped us yesterday. They probably don't want a gnome from the abyss running around.
Why was he in the abyss?
I don't know, but that dude was really surprised to see him here. Said he wasn't supposed to be here. Maybe they took him.
I mean,
At least I won't be surprised.
we could go to the
Might as
Archivist
well
League
go
and
check.
check. Yeah.
Be like, hey, have you seen our friend? Yeah, he said he wasn't supposed to be here. Now he's gone. Without his staff and his pet ferret.
I mean, when we took Gaffine to the morgue place, that person was pretty weirded out by them. There was also the person that ran away from them in the school.
Yeah, I did notice that. It didn't seem to have an issue with me either.
Oh, I thought it was both of you.
No. I was looking directly at Ken.
Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll
League has
start.
got to know something.
Yeah, we'll start with the league. Let's go there. As you guys go there, and going in, you ask to speak to Imperial Curator Odin, who comes out to meet you guys, says you guys are fine, and lets you in. Fucking hell, I forgot numbers. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask. I'm really bad at multitasking. It gives you guys kind of a curious look, and is there meant to be for you?
been gnome napped.
No naps?
Someone's taken him. We don't know where he is. We thought you might be able to help.
Who the hell's making up verbs like gnome napped?
I just
We
pointed
are.
the gnome
So you
next
better
to
listen,
me.
pal.
So,
Well,
the gnome.
that makes
Huggle.
sense.
Hello. Please help. It's a state of emergency.
Well, last time I saw him was with you guys.
Let's not point fingers, okay? Where can we go to find some help for him?
So it depends
might
where he was
know?
taken. Well-
From
The
the pub.
the pub, yeah.
Something to do with lions?
Yeah, the two gnomes were staying at the Shaking Lion Bar. Maybe,
Kyle here was saying the magic people freaked out on him the other day.
well, yeah. I was freaked out to see him too. You
We
don't,
still don't know why.
you don't?
No.
If you're an Ahrozath, I thought you would have heard about it.
My mum doesn't really talk about that stuff anymore.
Kian Lopris was banished to the Abyss for crimes against magic.
What?
What did he do?
What?
You really
Why
didn't hear
doesn't
about
he
this?
remember? No.
Oh,
He doesn't even remember. He knows nothing about himself. Oh, my mum's gonna be pissed.
where else
You
did
better
you
start
go?
making some sense, magic boy.
Look,
Well, we went to each of the pubs. But
okay.
that last pub was the one where they were last.
Did anyone look like they knew him? What places did you go in this town?
Well, we've also been to the magic school and the cemetery.
You shouldn't have taken him to the magic school.
He did, huh?
They probably turned him in.
To who?
To the guard hall?
So he's in jail?
Probably. If you're banished to the Abyss, you're not meant to come back. It was banished by the nobles of Magnite. Emelia, you would know Magnite is the capital of Yesket. This place over here. Yeah.
How'd he get back?
I don't
What will
know,
they
and it's
do
likely
there?
that he doesn't know either. But they'll put him on trial. Well, they probably won't put him on trial. They'll just send him back.
That's not what we need right now.
Maybe you can convince. Maybe you can convince the governing lounge to let him pass, or that it's not him. Use him not knowing anything to your advantage.
We can do that. Now, where's the guard hall?
And points in the direction to go to. So you guys leave there and start heading over to the guard hall. Where walking in, you can see the person that ran away from the two gnomes. I believe I said they were tabaxi. Sitting there, very, very nervous. As you guys walk in, they stand up and point at Puggle. That was the one that was with them. I told you there was more of them. They're working together. They're conspiring. As a couple
Shut
of
your
guard-
mouth, sir.
It's a woman.
Ma'am.
Quite
Sorry,
bad
I'm
eyesight.
short-sighted.
As she
What
starts,
are you talking about?
she starts backing away, and a couple of guards come in as a blue tiefling with orangish coloured hair is a male comes through and stands in front of all of you guys, rolling his eyes and look, I don't know who you are, but you're going to need to be questioned. So, ma'am, I'm going to need you to calm down. You three, with me. As you are led towards the into one of the rooms. The guards go with the tabaxi and calm her down. As you come into a little questioning room, the whole shebang, double-sided glass that you don't know is double-sided, but it's clearly double-sided. As this tiefling man sits in front of you. Okay. Who are you, and how do you know Keen Lorpris?
Well, you're not gonna believe me. Because nobody is bloody believing me these days.
Mm-hmm.
I am Emelia Varal, and I met him on a beach.
Moving on. Who are you? Just stares at you for a solid minute. And then just moves on. You specifically, Emelia. This person's giving you a really weird sense of deja vu. Really
I've
strong.
met them before?
You've met someone like them before.
Interesting. Will I remember?
Maybe, if they introduce themselves. But, he turns to the next person, who is, Viconia. Viconia Ryder, I met him on a beach. You? Turns to Puggle.
Puggle Pot, nice to meet you. I met him in a desert after I woke up after being unconscious.
He puts his face in his hands and is just sighing deeply.
I was waiting for the unconscious on a beach there, eh?
Yeah. Sure. You are aware that he is not meant to be on the material plane, correct?
Well, he doesn't know who he is, so... No, we didn't know that.
Look, we don't know much about him. He just said his name was Kian. Maybe it was a coincidence. I don't think it's the same person. We just kind of arrived here, on the far east of Tottenham. We don't know anything about this place at all. Who are you?
That's a good question. Who are you? Sir? Ma'am? I forgot.
So, it's okay.
Even I'm not that blind.
My name is Empress Bratari.
Does this make me remember something?
It does. Bratari is the name of your god aunt.
My god, aunt.
Yeah.
Is this not my god aunt? Obviously, because it's a male.
No, obviously because it's a male. Elia's last name was Bratari. She was also a blue tiefling with orange hair. You remember hearing stories of all about from your mum about visiting Elia's family and her younger twin brothers.
Wait, this is her younger twin brother?
Possibly. Oh, actually, no, it's been
I don't-
300 years. So it would be at least a sibling's child, at least. Or a sibling's
I'm like,
grandchild.
now I know why you look familiar. You look like my god aunt.
The words that you're speaking do not make any sense to me. None of them. I do not know why you're a cat. I do not know why you
But
say
neither do
you're...
I.
Okay. And puts both his hands on the table, and I need the... Actually, because all three of you do know magic, you would be able to tell that he is casting a spell on you. And I know it's not 9 yet, but I'm going to wrap it up early because Hayden's basically just sitting there doing nothing. And
I'm fine.
I feel bad.
No, I'm fine.
I did not consent to this.
Yeah. But you do know that he is casting a spell on you. What that spell is, and what the saves will be, you guys will find out next week. Yeah. Also because I need to do some UCOL work as well. And I have a lot of other shit to do. So we'll end it a little bit earlier.
I have a question just before
I
we
might,
go.
might have an answer.
Did we take the ferret into this questioning chamber?
Probably.
Just
Your items weren't removed, so.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
So the ferret would have taken its normal place where it is on Kian, where it's just like laying across your, like the back of your neck like a scarf.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, that's normally what it does. But yeah. So yeah, with that we'll end it there a little bit earlier tonight. But yeah. We'll still be playing next week, but we won't have Mr. Back from the Abyss. So yeah. That's all good though. We'll make sure you don't miss too much. And if you do, you'll be filled in. Just as a reminder to Kian, none of this rings any bells, obviously. This is all fucking crazy. You didn't even know how to use your magic.
Nope.
Yeah. Welcome to the backstory I wrote for you. Yeah. This is gonna be fun. But yeah, so with that I will wrap up the stream. So I'll give you guys your XP as well. I'll put it in the chat. It won't be enough to level up because the next level up is a while away. But yeah, it'll mostly just be RP and resolution experience. So yeah. But yeah. I will catch you guys, the players, throughout the week or next week or something. But for now, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. This gonna be interesting. Yeah. So if it wasn't obvious, Kian doesn't know anything about himself. So I made it up. This is gonna be fun. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Hayden won't be joining us because he's busy. He got stuff to do. So yeah, it'll just be Puggle, Emelia, and Viconia, as well as NPCs. We'll definitely work on getting it resolved before he comes back though, because obviously having someone just sit there for the entire time is kind of bad. But yeah, that's it for the session today. A little bit shorter because, like I said, I got some stuff to do. But yeah, hope you guys had a good weekend so far and enjoy the rest of. Just gonna turn this music off actually. Put music on. Enjoy the rest of your week. Yeah. Sorry, I'm super fucking distracted tonight. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next week. Oh, catch you guys on Wednesday for another lot of The Wolf Among Us, which will be fun. I'm gonna try to get 2 episodes done next time, and then do 2 more after that, and then move on to Spiritfarer because I really want to play that game. But yeah, it'll be fun. But yeah, thank you. Catch you guys later. Goodbye.